Hi, I'm Art Caplan. I'm at the Division of Medical Ethics at NYU Grossman School of Medicine in New York City. Had a case come to me, made aware of a 32-year-old resident who works in a hospital near where I am, was very interested in freezing her eggs. She knew at 32 she wasn't married. She was getting worried that maybe she wouldn't have a partner soon. And she was also getting worried that maybe the potential, the fertilizability of her eggs would begin to decline, a phenomena that does occur with age. So she thought, I'm 32. Maybe I should freeze my eggs now, better than to try freezing them when I'm 35 or 37. The potency may be far less. There are many programs out there now. There have been academic programs for a long time that have been doing egg freezing, and there are many children that have been born successfully. However, it's also true that people do freeze their eggs maybe when they're 40 years old, and the likelihood of them, if you will, quote unquote, working is far less. I won't say impossible, but age matters. So this medical resident knew that, and she decided to look into egg freezing. Well, it turned out that egg freezing is not something that her student insurance plan is, and most insurance plans in general are not going to cover egg freezing. The opportunity to do this is probably going to cost her maybe $10,000. But there are a lot of new egg freezing infertility programs that have started up that aren't parts of hospitals. There are clinics that are run for profit. They sometimes encourage women to freeze their eggs. So she quickly, the student resident, found out that there were companies near her who would do egg freezing but would cut a deal. If she agreed to take drugs, super ovulate, make a lot of eggs, and they would be procured, if she agreed to give half of them to other women who wanted eggs and needed them for their infertility treatment, she could keep half, and basically she could get a very discounted treatment of egg freezing. In other words, she could barter her own eggs, said the clinic, if she was willing to accept the idea that she'd be donating them to others. Well, in one sense, that may be a deal that she's going to accept. She doesn't have a path forward. She's worried about freezing her eggs right now. On the other hand, there's a lot of ethical considerations that really have to be thought through here. First and foremost, she's giving eggs to others. They're going to use them to try and make children. They can't make their own eggs for some reason. She's going to have some biologically related kids out there. It used to be that you could say to someone who donated sperm or eggs, this will be anonymous. No one will ever know that you did that. Not in today's day and age with 23andMe and Ancestry and better genetic testing. There's a pretty good likelihood that somebody's going to find out that the person they thought was their biological mom isn't, and they have someone out there who was the person who, in this case, donated an egg. So is she willing to risk having that connection, that contact, have someone enter her life in the future? You're also in a situation where she's donating the eggs, but I'll tell you, the clinic is going to make far more money using the donated eggs in others, probably getting $10,000, $15,000 a cycle with people who are trying to have a child. They'll make a lot more money than she's going to get by donating. She may get a $5,000 discount, if you will, but the clinic has a business interest. The more they get women involved in bartering their eggs, they're going to make a lot more profit. So in a sense, she's being coerced to perhaps, I'm going to put it glibly, but to sell cheaply. She actually probably is getting undervalued, even though she needs a path to try and do this egg freezing. The other big issue is, of course, we don't know that egg freezing is going to work for her until someone tries to use those eggs. She may have her own infertility problem, not due to age, but to other things. 8-9% of couples do have infertility problems, sometimes related to your gametes. She may never get a partner. Maybe she doesn't want to use these eggs on her own as a single mom. All of these issues have to be talked through. What really troubles me here is not so much that someone would choose to barter their eggs, but that they don't get counseling. They don't get independent advice about thinking this all through. It's turning into a business. The business really has a commodity, her eggs that they want. She's getting more and more desperate, willing to cut a deal to get where she needs to be, but perhaps is not really thinking through all of the ethical dimensions that bartering or trading your eggs in order to gain access to freezing entail. Got to set up a system where there's independent advice, independent counseling. Otherwise, I think you've got something where we're closer to exploitation. I'm Mark Caplan at the Division of Medical Ethics at NYU Grossman School of Medicine. Thank you for watching.